Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to be here today. Today, we will be exploring a fascinating topic, the squirrel. This presentation will cover everything from their behavior and habitat to interesting facts and their role in the ecosystem. So, let's dive in and discover more about these energetic creatures. Welcome to Slide 2, where we outline the contents of today's presentation. First, we'll start with the word of the day, which helps us expand our vocabulary in a fun and engaging way. Then, we'll have a 2-minute speech, giving you a chance to practice quick thinking and speaking skills. Next, we'll dive into Lesson 4, focusing on the squirrel, which is part of our ongoing series on animal stories and lessons. After that, we'll wrap up with a conclusion to tie everything together and reinforce what we've learned. But before we get into the lesson, I want to highlight the importance of understanding key vocabulary. So, right after the lesson introduction, we'll explore some new words related to squirrels and the story. This will help you grasp the concepts better and improve your language skills overall. Throughout today's presentation, we're connecting these parts to build a comprehensive learning experience. Each section is designed to support your understanding and make learning both effective and enjoyable. Today, I want to introduce our word of the day. This is more than just a new vocabulary term. It's a way to expand our language skills and deepen our understanding of the topic at hand. Each word we focus on will be carefully chosen to highlight key concepts and connect to the overall theme of our presentation. By paying attention to these words, we can enhance our communication and ensure we're all on the same page as we move forward. So, let's keep an eye out for the word of the day and see how it ties into the bigger picture. Now, let's look at the word beam. When we say someone smiled radiantly or she beamed with pleasure, we're describing a very bright, genuine smile. If you say that someone is beaming, it means they have a big, happy smile on their face because they're feeling pleased, proud, or simply joyful about something. For example, she might have beamed at her friend with undisguised admiration, showing how much she appreciated or was impressed by her. This concept of beam is important because it captures that visual expression of happiness or pride, which can communicate a lot without words. In the context of our presentation, understanding how people beam helps us recognize genuine emotions and reactions, which is key in communication and connection. Today, I want to give you a quick overview of what to expect in the next 2 minutes. I'll be sharing some key insights and highlights that tie into our overall theme. Then, looking ahead to tomorrow, I'll outline what's coming next so you can stay engaged and prepared for the next steps. My goal is to make this as clear and relatable as possible, so you can easily connect the dots and see how everything fits together. Let's dive into these 2 minutes to set a strong foundation for what's ahead. Have you ever read a poem about animals? Think about the different animals that have been mentioned in poems you've come across. Can you name some of them? Which one do you like the most? And why do you like it? Today, we're going to focus on a specific poem called The Squirrel. We'll explore how poets use words to bring animals to life and what we can learn from these poems about nature and our relationship with animals. This will help us appreciate the beauty of poetry and deepen our understanding of the natural world around us. Now, let's turn our attention to Lesson 4, which features The Squirrel by Mildred Bowers Armstrong. This story offers us valuable insights into resourcefulness and perseverance. As we explore this lesson, I want you to focus on how the squirrel demonstrates cleverness in difficult situations. It highlights the importance of thinking quickly and adapting to challenges, qualities that are essential in our own lives. Remember, this story ties into our overall theme of resilience and problem-solving. By understanding the squirrel's behavior, we can learn how to approach our own obstacles with creativity and determination. Keep these ideas in mind as we delve deeper into this lesson. Today, I want to talk about the objectives that guide our approach to this course. First, we aim to instill among students an aesthetic sense. This means encouraging an appreciation for beauty in art, literature, and life itself. We want students to develop a deeper sensitivity to the world around them. Next, we focus on enriching their English language skills. This isn't just about grammar and vocabulary, but also about expressing ideas confidently and creatively. An improved language ability opens doors to countless opportunities. We also want to invoke among students a habit of reading literature. Literature broadens horizons, exposes them to different cultures, and helps them understand human nature better. Developing this habit can be truly transformative. Another key point is encouraging a love for nature. Connecting with the natural world fosters respect, responsibility, and a sense of wonder. It reminds us of our place in the larger ecosystem. Finally, we aim to develop a habit of enjoying poetry and rhyme. Poetry enriches the soul, sharpens the mind, and enhances emotional expression. When students appreciate poetry, they learn to find beauty in words and rhythm, which is central to our overall theme of nurturing well-rounded, culturally aware individuals. Let's take a closer look at Mildred Bowers Armstrong, a notable figure both in the world of poetry and science. She was born on November 11, 1930, and lived until February 20, 2017, reaching the age of 86. She was proudly American and received some prestigious awards during her lifetime, including the National Medal of Science in 1990 and the ICSE Founders Medal in 2004. Now, about her as an author. Mildred Bowers earned her bachelor's degree from Northwestern University in 1923. Interestingly, she also studied at Mount Holyoke College, the University of Chicago, and the University of Wisconsin, showcasing her strong academic background. Her first poetry collection was titled Twist O' Smoke, which is quite a vivid and evocative name. That collection actually won the Yale Younger Poets Prize in 1928 and was published by Yale University Press. Additionally, she published poetry in various periodicals under her married name, Mildred Armstrong. This highlights her versatility and dedication to her craft. Connecting this to our overall theme, Mildred Bowers Armstrong exemplifies how a person can excel in both the arts and sciences, enriching our understanding of the diverse talents that contribute to our cultural and scientific heritage. Let's take a moment to summarize the poem. What the poet really focuses on is the little squirrel's appearance and how it moves. You can see that the playful nature and quick, lively movements of the squirrel catch the poet's attention right away. It's almost as if the poet is giving a shout-out to this creature of nature, recognizing its charm. Notice the description of the squirrel's color, gray with darker stripes, which adds to its natural beauty. Its tail, rolling about like a question mark, is a vivid image that shows its playful and curious personality. The squirrel is depicted eating nuts and sitting upright, which shows a mix of naughtiness and grace. Overall, the poem highlights the squirrel's lively spirit and natural beauty, connecting to the larger theme of appreciating the small, lively moments in nature. It reminds us how even a tiny creature can inspire admiration and wonder. Let's take a look at the squirrel. Now, this might seem like a simple image, but it actually represents a really important concept. Squirrels are known for their agility and their ability to gather and store resources. In the context of our presentation, they symbolize resourcefulness and foresight. Think about how squirrels prepare for the winter, collecting nuts and creating caches. It's a great metaphor for planning ahead and managing resources wisely. This connects directly to our overall theme of strategic thinking and adaptability. By observing the squirrel, we're reminded that staying alert, being proactive, and managing our resources effectively are key to success. It's not just about acting in the moment, but also about preparing for the future, something we all can learn from. So this slide encourages us to think like the squirrel, resourceful, strategic, and always planning ahead. Let's take a moment to look at some vocabulary related to the words we've been exploring. First, we have the question mark for tail. You'll notice that the tail of the question mark actually resembles a small curve, which can look like a tiny tail. It's a simple but important visual cue that helps us identify questions in writing. Next, we have the word overcoat. An overcoat is a heavy coat worn over your regular clothes, especially in winter, to keep warm. It's a practical piece of clothing that provides extra insulation when the weather gets cold. Finally, we have the word tease. To tease someone means to make fun of them, often in a playful or joking way. But it's important to remember that teasing can sometimes hurt, so it's always good to be kind and considerate. These words connect to our overall theme of understanding how visual cues and language help us communicate more effectively. Recognizing these vocabulary words enhances our ability to interpret questions, describe clothing, and understand social interactions. Thank you for joining me today. We've covered a lot of ground, and I hope you found the information helpful and insightful. Remember, the key points we discussed highlight the importance of understanding the core concepts and how they connect to the bigger picture. By applying these ideas, you can make more informed decisions and drive better results. I appreciate your time and attention, and I encourage you to take these lessons forward. Thanks again for watching.